Um, so this is a video that I'm not even sure if it's right to make this video. If this is a video that I don't want to make, this is a video that I haven't scripted. This is a video that is going to be very raw and is going to be just kind of an observation because unfortunately there's not a whole lot of information out there. There's not a whole lot of facts, I guess, that you can point to and say, and nothing's happened and there's been no consequence yet. But this is a situation that the Detroit Lions are currently dealing with, as starting cornerback Cameron Sutton has a warrant out for his arrest this morning in relation to a domestic violence and aggravated assault and battery. Um, from what I have heard and from what I have read from reporters, it seems as though Cameron Sutton on March 9th threw his girlfriend out the third story window of his home, which is just an unbelievable thing to read. Um, that is not something that it should be tolerated. That is not something that obviously is okay or acceptable for anybody to do. And there's a lot of news. There's a lot of things coming out about this. The police are apparently looking for Sutton at the moment. Um, and again, this is not a video that I necessarily wanted to make. This is not a video that I necessarily, I don't want to glorify it. I don't want to, hey, click on this video for views. I don't want to, clickbait it. I don't want to, glorify anything for views or for YouTube or anything like that. But it is breaking Detroit Lions news. It is Detroit Lions news that will affect Cam Sutton. It obviously has affected his family, his relationships. It will affect the Detroit Lions as a football team, their secondary, their defense, their football team, and everything surrounding it. It will affect the coaches. It will affect the front office. It will affect the media. It will affect everybody. And as unfortunate as it is breaking news, and I feel like people should be up to date on what is going on with the Detroit Lions and with their football team. So this video is probably going to be short as I don't have a ton of information, but the information I do have, I feel like is important to share. And I feel like it is kind of an important thing to put out there because it's breaking news and it's massive news for the Detroit Lions if, the consequences come to fruition, which I do believe that they will. So, yeah, Cam Sutton, the starting cornerback for the Detroit Lions last year, after one season, after signing a 3-year, $33 million contract, less than a week after having his entire salary moved over to guaranteed money, it comes out this morning that he has a warrant out for his arrest. Now, I think something that is just incredibly inappropriate is how Detroit Lions fans are speaking about this. There are a lot of Lions fans that are making memes, that are mocking him, that are mocking the situation, that are literally calling for him to be cut, give back all the money that he was supposed to be paid this season, and use it to go sign L'Jarius Sneed. That was people's first reaction to hearing this news was, hey, now we can go get a different cornerback through a trade. And I think that's incredibly inappropriate. I think that's incredibly insensitive. And I honestly, I just don't understand how people can look at that. This is not something that obviously personally, affected me, but I can't imagine looking at a situation with a domestic abuse and, a life-threatening situation and just make jokes about it. So again, not a lot of information. Cam Sutton, I think, is likely to get cut, if not, arrested and forced off the Detroit Lions roster. I think it's almost a guarantee and a very, very high likelihood that Cam Sutton will not be a Detroit Lion next year. Whether he gets cut today as an immediate reaction, whether they wait till the end of the court case, and whether they wait till the end of, till punishment and until, jurisdiction is decided. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know what the situation is going to be, but I am fairly confident that Cam Sutton will not be a starting cornerback for the Lions next year. And I'm pretty certain that Cam Sutton will not be a cornerback on the Detroit Lions next year, let alone a member of the team. So, with that being said, heartbreaking news, really, really tough situation. Again, I don't want to clickbait this. I don't want to glorified in any way, but it is breaking news. It is a situation that is currently happening and currently unfolding. If more news does break, if anything does end up happening, of course, we will be back to talk about it. We'll be back to, discuss at length about the impact of this team and the impact of the future. But at this point, you know, at this point, there's a lot of things still left to discover. And as news breaks, we will keep bringing it to you. But with that being said, kind of a heartbreaking video, kind of a video that I didn't want to make. I don't think anybody wanted to hear about this morning. Nobody wants to write about that article, but it is breaking news. It is going to hurt the Detroit Lions. It's going to affect them heavily. And yeah, it's the unfortunate breaking news of the day. With that being said, we will take a look later at the Detroit Lions roster as a whole. We will talk about the holes. We will talk about, kind of some more upbeat stuff and some more encouraging stuff going forward into the offseason. So stay tuned for that video, probably in the mid to late afternoon. But with all that being said, that's live for you guys today. We'll just be back later with some more Detroit Lions content and try to make the best of the day. So with that being said, I guess thank you all for watching. I hope I could update you guys on the situation a little bit. But with that being said, that's all I got for right now. Stay tuned for a video later on today.